What if the size of your thinking could determine the size of your success? Your mind holds the key. Welcome to Whispers of Wisdom, your go-to channel for audiobooks that transform your life. Today, we're diving into The Magic of Thinking Big by David J. Schwartz. A timeless guide to unlocking your potential through a powerful mindset. In the next few minutes, you'll learn how to build a positive attitude, overcome self-doubt, and take the first steps toward big achievements, plus a challenge of the week and wisdom nuggets to keep you motivated. So grab a notebook, embrace the mystery of your mind, and let's think big together. Stay with me. This is your path to greatness. Welcome to The Magic of Thinking Big by David J. Schwartz, a book that proves success begins with how you think. Published to inspire millions, Schwartz argues that big thinkers achieve big results by mastering their minds. In Part 1, covering chapters 1 through 3, we'll explore how to build a positive mental attitude, cure excuses, and set the stage for a successful life. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Believe you can succeed. Schwartz opens with a powerful idea. Believing in yourself is the first step to success. He shares a story of a salesman who doubted his abilities but started affirming his potential, leading to top sales. Belief, he says, is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Think you can, and you will. Think you can't, and you won't. Small thinking limits your potential. He explains that confidence comes from acting as if you're successful. Dress well, speak boldly, and take risks. For example, if you feel unqualified for a job, act confident anyway. The lesson: self-belief turns possibilities into realities. Here's a practical step. Spend 1 minute today affirming, "I can succeed," and notice your energy. For instance, if you're a student, say it before a test. Ask yourself, "Do I believe in me?" This chapter teaches us that faith fuels achievement. Chapter 2. Cure yourself of excusitis. Schwartz tackles excusitis, the habit of making excuses that stall progress. He tells a story of a man who blamed his lack of education for failure, but when he stopped excusing and started learning, he thrived. Common excuses include, "I'm too old," "I'm too busy," or "I lack money." These, he says, are mental barriers. He suggests replacing excuses with action, e.g., if you're too busy, schedule 10 minutes for a goal. Schwartz emphasizes that successful people don't wait for perfect conditions. They create them. The lesson: excuses are the enemy of success. Try this. Identify one excuse, like "I don't have time," and take one small action to counter it, like reading for 5 minutes. For example, if you're a young professional, plan a skill upgrade. Ask yourself, "What excuse can I drop?" This chapter empowers us to take charge. Chapter 3. Build confidence and destroy fear. Schwartz teaches that confidence overcomes fear, the biggest obstacle to big thinking. He shares a story of a woman who feared public speaking but practiced daily, eventually leading meetings with ease. Fear, he says, shrinks your world. Confidence expands it. Action cures fear. Inaction feeds it. He advises starting small, e.g., speaking up in a meeting, then building up. Schwartz also suggests preparing thoroughly to boost confidence, like researching before a task. The lesson: confidence grows with every brave step. Here's a practical tip. Face one small fear today, maybe asking a question, and feel the confidence. For instance, if you're a freelancer, pitch a client. Ask yourself, what fear can I conquer? This chapter inspires us to act boldly. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll explore goal setting and action. Now, let's get practical with our challenge of the week. This week, I challenge you to build confidence and cure excuses. Here's how. Spend 5 minutes affirming, I can succeed, and take one small action to face a fear, like ask for help, or drop an excuse, like starting a 10-minute task. Why this challenge? Schwartz says, belief in action unlocks success. It's a small step to big thinking. Share your experience in the comments. What action did you take and how did it feel? I'll reply to my favorites. Let's think big together. Welcome to our Wisdom Nuggets segment, where we share bite-sized insights from the magic of thinking big to fuel your success. Here are 3 powerful quotes from part 1. Believe you can succeed, and you will. Takeaway. Faith drives achievement. Excuses are the nails in the coffin of success. Takeaway. Act despite doubts. Action cures fear. Start small. Takeaway. Confidence builds with steps. That's a wrap on part 1 of The Magic of Thinking Big by David J. Schwartz, right here on Whispers of Wisdom. You've just learned to believe in yourself, cure excuses, and build confidence to think big. Isn't it empowering to see your potential? I want to hear from you. What's one action you're taking to succeed this week? Drop it in the comments. I'll reply to my favorites. If this episode inspired your journey, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for part 2, where we'll set big goals. Share this with a friend who wants to grow, and follow Whispers of Wisdom on X and Instagram for daily inspiration. Keep thinking big and keep whispering wisdom to your soul. See you in part 2.